The Last Detail, directed by Hal Ashby, starring Jack Nicholson. This is a 4K from Shout Factory. Just came in with a cool poster, so let's check it out. There's Jack. There he is. In all his glory. I like that Shout Factory does this. They have the posters for a lot of their 4K sets, I've noticed lately, and it's kind of a cool thing. Although now I have a lot of poster tubes around here and not enough wall space. I'm a huge Jack Nicholson fan, and The Last Detail has always been one of those movies that has been on the list of one of the ones that, like, the last 5 that I haven't seen. Another one I haven't seen is Carnal Knowledge. But I started with One Flew the Cuckoo's Nest, Chinatown, As Good as It Gets, Witches of Eastwick, Mars Attacks, Something's Gotta Give even, The Departed. I've seen a lot of Jack Nicholson films, but this one I hadn't seen. I was excited. I actually had a DVD version that it was included on a 6-pack of prison movies that I got at Menards in the bargain bin for $5. And to say the least, I believe I fell asleep attempting to watch it. So I don't count that viewing. But I just got done watching it. And man, I gotta say, they don't make them like they used to. Directed by Hal Ashby and written by Robert Towne, this gem of a film stars Jack Nicholson in a 1973 Best Actor or Academy Award nominated performance as Budusky, a street tough sailor. When he is tasked with escorting a charge to naval prison, Budusky decides they're never going to make it unless he and his partner show the young screw-up one last good time. Nicholson's character refers to himself as Badass and his partner Mule, and the person that they're trying to escort to the prison is named Larry, played by Randy Quaid, and Mule is played by Otis Young. So the guys decide, Badass and Mule, they decide that they want to show this 18-year-old guy, a great time. A great time full of beer, women, and just life lessons. How to stand up for yourself when your order's wrong at the diner. There's a particular scene early on where Nicholson is on Randy Quaid for not sending his eggs back, and then later in the film, Randy Quaid stands up for himself. The Last Detail is a road trip movie. It's a fly-on-the-wall movie where we're following the 3 guys navigate different cities, and you learn about the characters. You learn that Randy Quaid's character has a lot of issues, a lot of emotional issues, possibly PTSD type things going on, and just he has these breakdowns, and he also tries to escape a couple times, and he also threatens suicide. So Mule and Badass are, they're kind of babysitters, but they also want to have fun, and they uncuff Larry a few times, let him free, and they do show him a good time. They do come through on their promises. It's just, it's one of those films that is very slow, very much of its time, very much of the 70s. But I liked it. I liked the character study. I liked getting to know these guys a little bit and kind of going on that journey as far as the 2 guys that are in charge of taking Larry, Badass and Mule, that they don't really want to go back to the regular services of being in the Navy. They don't want to go back to that. Just the same old. They want to have fun too. Then you have Larry, who is about to serve an 8-year sentence and be, not going to have much fun for a long time. So he wants to soak it up too, and he doesn't even know. He's just 18. He's not able to drink. There's a scene where Nicholson puts a gun on the bar and demands that the bartender give Larry beer. This performance is good. It's not. I don't think it's as good as like 5 Easy Pieces or As Good as It Gets or One Flew the Cuckoo's Nest that Nicholson has won for. But I think it's an effective performance, and you kind of see his growth from Easy Rider to now, and this was an early performance for Nicholson, and he definitely shows why he's a legend. Now, as far as special features, this is a 4K restoration from the original camera negative, and it looks great. It looks and sounds great. It's probably the best we're going to get. It's got a lot of film grain, so if you're not in the film grain, it is what it is. It wasn't shot on a digital camera, it was shot on film, and I think the details really shine. And then there's an introduction by filmmaker Alexander Payne, About a Trip, appreciation by Alexander Payne, and Payne talks about the screenwriter Robert Towne wrote Chinatown as well, and he considers Chinatown and The Last Detail screenplays that filmmakers should read. He considers those like the two best screenplays ever written. He talks about Hal Ashby and the history behind the film. Alexander Payne also mentions that Nicholson actually prefers this role and considers it like a risky role for him at the time. We also have a Search for Truth interview with editor Robert C. Jones, and I will say the editing on this is definitely unique. You know, you have two people talking to each other, and in the middle there's like this fade in, fade out, crossfade of like a wide shot or then walking, and then you get back to the people talking to each other. It's all in one scene. It's very, very much a unique style of editing. So would I recommend Last Detail? I would recommend Last Detail, especially for Nicholson fans and any fans of 70s cinema. But let me know what you guys thought of The Last Detail. Did you guys pick it up? Let me know. This has been Return of the Disc. I'm Dan. For more Return of the Disc, visit returnofthedisc.com. Check out the audio version of today's show, available on all major podcast platforms. And be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel.